Just in, gun confiscation bill signed into law. All Americans believe that they're entitled to rights that cannot be taken away regardless of the situation. A new gun bill is leaving many Americans in fear for what the future might hold. According to Guns, Oregon Governor Kate Brown signed a new bill on Wednesday that shows the first sign of what Democrat gun control looks like. The law, SB 719A, allows law enforcement or anyone close to a person to file a gun stripping petition if they believe the person poses a risk to themselves or others. The petition can be filed against any law-abiding U.S. citizen. In other words, it completely disregards an American's right to own a gun or to a fair trial. The bill passed with a 17-11 vote in state Senate and a 31-28 vote in the state House. Only one Republican signed off on this bill. If the Democrats were ever looking for a loophole to take guns, this is it. Despite the argument that they want to help reduce the gun-related suicides in the state, it doesn't change the fact that the judicial processes are stripped away completely. If the person in question has an order placed against them, they are not allowed to buy or possess guns or ammunition for 1 year, regardless of the circumstance. It also gives law enforcement additional powers, such as seizing guns that were not surrendered upon request. The law even carries over to stored guns. If a person's guns are held by a gun dealer, someone can file a request against that person. If the request is approved, the guns can be retrieved without their owner's permission because they are deemed a danger. After a person discovers that a petition has been filed and they will be forced to give up their guns, they have 30 days to request a hearing in the hopes of keeping their guns. If no hearing request is made, the person's guns are handed over. This new law also closes two important loopholes in the state gun law. First, the state police used to have 3 days to hold a sale due to a background check. Now they are permitted to hold off indefinitely with or without reason. The second loophole bans firearm possession or allowed confiscation. If someone is the subject, quote, in a restraining order, in other words, they are going out of their way to make sure they can take guns from anyone they please. A new Oregon law allows law enforcement or anyone close to a person to file a gun stripping petition if they believe the person poses a risk to themselves or others. Are you outraged at this attack on the Second Amendment? As one can imagine, there are plenty of people outraged by this new law. The Oregon Firearms Federation strongly opposes the law. They believe that the law is put in place just to harass legal gun owners. Kevin Starrett, the group's director, pointed out that by delaying gun purchases indefinitely, the law would eliminate the one small safeguard that protects a person's right to have the means to protect themselves. It is a troubling bill. There is no doubt about that. Gun owners around the country need to watch Oregon carefully to see how this law is implemented and whether or not it is abused. The example set by Oregon may be followed by other states. Above all else, this law is unconstitutional and should be challenged in the Supreme Court. And I wonder why it started taking place in Oregon. That's like really where that happened there with the Finicum family, if I'm not mistaken. But this is against the Second Amendment. I mean, unless you see a real whack job, yeah, okay, let's go along with that. But both sides would consider somebody that's crazy, okay. But this is going, I think, too far, and they just want to slowly but surely just take our Second Amendment right away, like they're trying to do with free speech also. I mean, we don't want to wind up in a totalitarian government, reigning over us. I mean, it's bad enough that they're spying on everybody, let alone now this. It's absolutely insane at this point. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.